Hello and welcome to It's All Relative. It's me, Relly. Let's do it. Love After Lockup, latest episode. I think we're season seven, episode 17. So we're just gonna start off. Hillary and Charlie. I love Charlie being himself. Okay, let's just start there. I do. I love it. He is embracing his wild side, embracing his native roots. Great. This idea about Hillary and the way he sees Hillary, the way Hillary sees herself, like it just seems like such a mishmash. Like Hillary used to be that girl. I could see that. I could see that Hillary was a pretty girl. But this, like, I hope I can sneak out before he sees me. Leave the dress in the room. Talk about, I hope nobody takes my dress. Like, it had to be outside. So now she's outside bumming a cigarette off of people for, I guess, 30 minutes. And all this time, I'm like, well, where the food at? At the Thai place, the food don't take that long. So what is going on? It's just a lot. I don't think they should be together, right? Like, she's lying and he's not got any money to support anybody. So to ask somebody like, will you come be poor with me, Charlie, my love? No, honey. No, nobody wants to be poor with you. So you got to get money. And then, like, I'm not telling her about that $200,000. $200,000 ain't gonna last a whole hell of a long time, especially if you got sis that's used to having, some money and just, and that's just that. And does she know you as Crazy Charlie? Like, have you been showing her your wild side? Because and I love that when she described it, Charlie and I worked together. Girl, cut that out like she was not a like she wasn't a prisoner. Hillary, do so much better, babe. Please. I don't know. I don't see it for those guys. And well, that's the other thing. Hillary talking like, she about that money. But meanwhile, Sir's only sending her $100 a month. That ain't no lot of money, babe. That's $25 a week. I don't know. Do you do a whole lot with $25 a week? I don't know. You know what I'm saying? Last time I heard, commissary was expensive, but again, I do not know for sure. So we wish them well, but I'm not really all that interested in them. Which brings me to Rich and Felicia. I don't know. Like, I watch it and then I realize there are parts that I missed when I have to go watch it again because I try to get refreshed, to give you the stuff. And there are parts that I just missed. I didn't see the beginning of Felicia's journey to Houston to go see about Rich. Okay. It just makes me angry. And it makes me angry the way that her aunt and her cousin are co signing this very inappropriate behavior. You were with him for 6 years. And I just need to know what side of the fence we gonna stand on. Because in the beginning, when you first got out, you said, I don't really know him like that for real. And now you're telling us, well, I was with him for 6 years and I just want to know if he really meant it. Hold on. In 6 years, it never dawned on you to get, okay, no, I'm not petting you all night long. Go. Thank you. Go. Thank you. You pet her one time, and then she think that you supposed to do it like it's your job. Like, I love you, sis, but you know what I'm saying? We over here. Her name's Amina. She's a pyrodoodle, and she's the best dog ever. I just love her so much. But baby, I can't get rid of this yeast that she got going on. I'm about to give her some minoxidil and put it all everywhere, like on her paws and in her ears, just every damn where. To minus that 7, because I've used the things. It's not working. Another story for another day. So back to what I'm saying about Felicia. So you were with him for now you're with him for 6 years, and now you want to know if in fact he's really divorced. You could have asked him for those divorce papers the entirety of the time that you were together. You ain't need to wait to get out and talk about you don't really know him and you want him to give you proof. And you needed to be very specific about the proof that you were asking for. What proof? You want to see the divorce papers? You have to give him time. You can't go, oh, well, now you here with my family and now I want to know. Girl, you got to give him time for that and mail off and all these other things, right? But going to see this man is problematic. And then to tell your aunt all the things that he did do. So here's the thing. You don't know him enough to give him a little, a little love, a little vagina, but you know him well enough to let him put his face in your vagina. And really all the things that could have gone on, like he could have took it, and I'm not saying that he would have, but if you don't know him, why would you put yourself in that situation? Because that's a bad situation to be in, babe. I just, and you were nice that he was respectful. And I love that he was respectful and he should be respectful. So he did all the proper things. But I'm just saying, as I'm sitting on the outside watching this situation, it doesn't look fair. It looks like you are trying to use that man and maybe he's the only sucker. And now did you really care about me? Why did you ghost me? Because you beat him in the head about needing to give you proof of being divorced, and then you told him to go on. So why are you now asking him to come chase you? And for the aunt, while you're trying to keep her safe, you are engaging in very unsafe behavior, because if he wild out, he'd have every right to do so. And so none of this is safe. And if she shows up on his doorstep, he could absolutely call like, I'm being stalked or harassed. So none of this is good. And then y'all girl gang think you gonna bully him into telling you what you want. I don't like this. And I think Rich is a good guy. And so talking to his sister, we find out he's emotional. And when he is in a difficult situation, he walks away from it. And so, like, he's doing the thing to keep himself safe. And he felt like he was vulnerable and that you shit on him. So, all this, I do not like this. And Rich, don't be with this girl. This is don't be with this girl. She giving you back and forth, up, down, around. She's moving the goalpost. She got her family coming to jump you. And I'm not saying that they're gonna put hands on, but even just it's intimidation, because you are a respectable young man and it don't look like you're gonna turn up on the auntie and the auntie talking crazy to you. Absolutely not. Absolutely not. Where's your mother? Where's your sister in this? Why you not telling your sister the full truth? That this girl done played with you. She wanted all your money. She wanted you to buy her stuff. And now and when it's convenient for her, she don't know you like that. But then when it's convenient for her narrative, now y'all together 6 years and she just wants some answers. Cut all this out. Inappropriate, bad, no thank you very much. And you, young lady, have to figure out what it is that you really want. Do you want to be with this man? And if you want to be with this man, what is it that you feel like you need in order to be with this man? And however, let's make sure that this is equitable. And right now, it doesn't seem equitable. And if I was Rich, I would not trust you with my heart at all. Rich, lock it up. She should not be deserving of your heart. And you should make her have to prove that she wants to be with you. And being on some crazy bender to come drive to Texas unannounced, unbeknownst to you, with her girl group, that is not love. It's not even like. This is about power and control, and that's what she's looking for. And it looks like you're going to give it to her, and I would suggest you not do that. Okay? Okay, great. Now, Brady, Kirsten, and Corey. Okay. So I was like, did I miss the part when Kirsten went over there to Corey's house? But I didn't miss it. So she goes over there, and she did overstep her bounds. And so Corey was like, and get out. And I appreciate, like, I'm with Corey. Number one, you just got with him, and I've been with him. I got these children around here, and he ain't checking for these kids. And it seems to me like he's checking more for you. She gets to say, I'm not bringing my kids into that. And she gets to scope out the scene and the situation. Because the real truth of the matter is, you weren't really concerned about Brady seeing his kids. You were looking for a babysitter so you could screw your husband. Let's call a thing, babe. Right? Like, you weren't really all that pressed and stressed. And then you're going to go over there and go, well, I don't think it's fair. Is again just you being mad that you didn't get your way. And I am dying to know what story you and Brady wrote. Because y'all together wrote some story and thought that it was going to go a certain way. And I'm just very confused that reality did not enter into the chat when you were writing this story. Baby, when you deal with someone who is, coming from a correctional institution, he belongs to them until his time is up. So if he's got post supervised release, he belongs to the state still. And when they say jump, he better be very prepared to say how high. And if you are not ready to say how high with him, then you are in for the rude awakening that you are receiving. And to involve your children like this, and I get that you wanted this happily ever after, but how did you think, like, I could tell you here in the New York state, getting a job as a felon is very difficult in today's day and age. Very difficult. What did you think he was going to be able to do? And then I think, would you say the tune of child support was like $35,000? I don't give a damn if it was $26,000. That is now on you. So what happily ever after, he must take care of his children. So how he gonna provide and help you when he's got all of these things he has to take care of? Y'all are gonna need a second car, because how y'all gonna work with one car, right? And now you want him to jump in and instantly be daddy. He does have to instantly be daddy to those kids over there. So now, how's this all working out? I am glad that you came back to talk to Corey and make it better. That does feel appropriate. But I'm with Corey. Corey gets to say, yo, can you believe your crazy wife done came over to my house? It's a wonder she ain't cuss you from the rooter to the tutor. Simply because, and maybe that's because you guys have some sort of, right, like friendship or something like that, but you definitely overstepped. And then this conversation that you're having, like, Corey, you're saying Brady wants to be in control and you're not going to let him do that. You are essentially becoming like his mom. And that's not what partnership looks like. You getting to say what you want to do, and then he needs to follow what it is that you want to do. That's not partnership. That does look like you trying to be the boss and you wanting to mother him the way you mother your kids. And I could say he gonna get tired of that, girl, and he ain't gonna be with you. If that's really what you want, he ain't gonna be with you. And the whole, like, well, he's a felon and what can he get? The same way he got you is the same way he gets somebody else. So sis, if you trying to keep that man, this is not the way to do it. And I'm not saying that you have to lay down and do whatever, but I think whatever story y'all were making up when you were on the phone when he was in the prison, y'all need to revisit that and really take a look at what reality looks like. And now that you guys are here and in it, what does your relationship, what do you want it to look like? And you guys may find that while you have incredible chemistry, that actually doesn't work for blending and merging lives, and involving children. But now you've already involved your kids. Like, girl, what are you doing? And if I was your baby father, I would have some questions for you. And I'd definitely be like, too fast. Too fast. These kids, you just bringing them too fast into the situation with him. They're already like super duper in love, especially he in the halfway house. Like, I mean, I guess I get it because you do have to build it. It's just, I don't like it. Like, I don't like it. And I don't have to like it, but I just don't know that I see a great deal of success for you guys. Sorry. Um, Also, sorry, I want to go back to Rich and Felicia. Felicia, stay with this. No, because us Sicilians, cut that out. Cut that out. It's just my family, right? And my family. And then, like, if you lie, then us Sicilians don't take kindly to that, and then we're gonna do something. Girl, you can't do nothing about that because you what are on parole, so you can't do anything, pumpkin. You just have to take it. You have to eat it. If somebody is lying to you, then what in you makes you want to go, I'm going to get them back? If someone's lying, understand that they're a liar and then just go the opposite way. Remove them from your life. You can't make somebody pay, because if you do that to them, then now they come back and do something to you. Now, when does it ever end? So that's why you can't do that. Okay? Cut that out and don't do that. That's not healthy. And your aunt should tell you about that. So now that brings us to, like, looking, making sure I got everything. Oh, and this idea about Suboxone, when Corey was like, isn't Suboxone just, synthetic heroin? But it really is helpful to people. So I think that we should do a little bit of education The idea of Suboxone is that it's a controlled substance that is then administered through whatever drug treatment Brady's going to. So they are monitoring his urges and that he can eventually wean himself off. But sometimes the urges get to be too much for people and then they relapse. And then they go back out there and they harm themselves unintentionally. They don't mean to do it, right? You go back to the last thing, the last dosage that you remember, but because your system has changed, you can't handle what you used to be able to handle, and that is how the people are ODing. But also, it's to help stop with the cravings and the urges. So if you already have it in your system, you're less likely to feel the need. And also, right, you're going to wean yourself off and how to deal with real life. He's coming out to $26,000 or however many thousands of dollars, tens of thousands of dollars in back child support. He's got this new wife and her new kids. Like, he's got to be a dad. He's got to get a job. He got to get on his feet. And he know everybody looking at him ready for him to fail. He's got a lot of pressure going on. Not pressure that he didn't put on himself. He did, but here we are. And so Suboxone is helpful. Don't rush him to hurry up and get off of the Suboxone because he doesn't have his sobriety under control yet, especially in dealing with this environment with all the things that are on his plate. He doesn't know how to navigate it. He's never navigated it before. So this is all new. This can be overwhelming. And the thing that he could do is get a good case of the fuck it. So when you get a case of the fuck it, you throw your hands in the air and you give up. And, we want what's best. So don't pressure him, Brady. If you need that Suboxone, baby, you stay on that Suboxone because that is the difference, could be the difference between you making it this time. All right. So don't be pressured into and feel like it's not a tool. It's a tool to your sobriety. And yes, there are some people that feel like even if you're taking the Suboxone that you're not sober. He's working the system that is before him, and why don't we do that for a little bit? Okay? Thank you to all of you people out there. So I just wanted to say that. Now to the good stuff. Damond, Gigi, Goddess, which I love. She's from Philly. I love her name is Goddess. And Bonita. I really love Bonita. I just really need y'all to know I love Bonita. She definitely, I could see her being in one of my classes, and I love her. And I can appreciate that finally Damond is going to try to be honest with these girls, these women, about damn time. I don't think that it makes up for all the lying that he did to them beforehand, right? But we're here. I love that Bonita was like, "Who you love? Him?" And chugs the water on him. I love it. That's right. It wasn't a pow pow. It was, and he did sit and take it, and I do appreciate that. But you have to when you over here playing around with tomfoolery, okay? What I love most, I think, was their very mature approach to one another. That Gigi was, apprehensive to the whole thing, kind of like, what's going on? I'm not so sure. And Bonita just being with the shits and ready to turn up. I love it. And but kept it respectful. And she was like, "I'll talk to you another time." And I get that, right? So she left. Appropriate. But I love that Gigi went and got in the car with her. I love this, right? Let's just, because whatever he got going on is suspect. Let's go have a conversation with one another and get to the bottom of this. So I love that there was no turning on each other. I really did enjoy that. Thank you very much. But Damon looked crazy asking Gigi to open the door. Why you gonna go with her? You gonna go with her? You gonna go with your man? I'm going with her because my man got me in some nonsense. If I walk in and your baby mother is throwing water, that means there is more to the story, and I definitely want to hear her side. I want to hear her side for sure. Because you were lying and you were playing with me. And that lying and playing with me makes me very angry, and I do not like to be lied and played with. Take that how you take it. So yeah, I do not. But I appreciate it again. And then like, let's play him. Here's the thing. Overall, I don't think either one of them are done. I love that Bonita is still, now she's gone from water. What we see in the next episode, she's gone from water to mustard. I love that. Can I also tell you, wherever they were, I was down there in the Baltimore. I really like Baltimore. Baltimore makes me so happy. I could think I could live in Baltimore. I could see myself moving to Baltimore. I just do they get as much winter as New York gets? Because I don't want that much winter. Excuse me. I don't want snow. Like, and if there's snow, I just want to be able to sit in my house and not have to come outside. But their accents, I love the accent. And Damond definitely on Could Have Been Records. Drewski has a show. It was like Could Have Been Season. The guy is from Baltimore and he talks like in the moo and the whoo and the poo poo. Like I don't know what he's saying. Like it's whatever. But Damon talks like that, and it just tickles me on the inside. So I'm intrigued. But I told y'all last week, like I couldn't take Damon's mom being like, "Son, you gotta handle this, girl." What's the mom's name? Was her mom Nakisha? Nakia? Something? Mom, cut this out. And now look, here we are. Why you ain't coming to accompany him at this point and at least walk one in or whatever else? Like at this point. And again, I keep telling polyamory, that's not really what he wants because he don't want them to be with anyone else. He only wants them to be with him. That is not polyamory. As a different situation. Although you can sign up for that, but you have to be honest about that from the get-go. And I just think like, people start talking this. I was watching, I told you I was watching This Is Polly. The one woman was like, I gave you Polly. Well, not really, right? Because you weren't allowed to date anyone else. So you didn't give him that. You gave him a pass to be with other people, but you were very upset about it and you wanted a hierarchical situation. And polyamory doesn't always have a hierarchical situation, but it can. But it means that everybody could date everybody. Like I said, bigamy is when one person is one person and the people surround them and they all are with that one person. So that's a very different thing. But you have to be honest. Polyamory requires honesty, lots of it. And again, what do you want? And so here, Damon has chosen. He's taken the choice away from these girls. He knows that they love him, and then he'll go, "I love you," right? So he's doing all this. And again, you got all this time. Where are your children? How are you spending time with your children? Are you spending time with your children because you have four of them, and we've only seen two? Have you gotten to the other kids? You walking around with Timberland boxes and your hair getting done, and in the strip club when you should be reading bedtime stories for the 2 years that you missed out with your kids. Like, cut this out, Damon. And Damon's mama, cut this out. Why was only Dior there and why wasn't the other daughter there? What's her name? Zoe? What's her name? Whatever her name is, why she wasn't there? Because he too busy chasing cat. Cut this out. And Damon mama, have him do better. And Damon's stepdaddy, sir, because I think you a God-fearing man, I think. Are you a man of the cloth, sir? And you over here allowing this and not setting him straight and not telling his mother that you will not condone this and that if it come to you, you just going to be honest? We have to teach this man how to be a good man and a good role model for his children. And this chasing of the skirts is not that. Especially, he got daughters. Is anyone saying, how would you feel if somebody did this to your baby girl? And baby girls, because we know you have two daughters. How would you like it if some man was just lying in your face to get what he wanted, only because he really just want, his cake and eat it too, and then I think he want other pieces of cake. He might want other people's cake. I don't know. But how you have to put it to him in a way to let him know, like, unacceptable, my G. It's just, we do not like this, Sam I Am. Next week it concludes. What y'all think? I think that Bonita and Gigi still gonna mess with dude, even though they know he's a liar, even though they know that he was lying to them. Because when does it stop then? And this is the thing, then why be in a relationship? Just be in a situationship. And that's the whole thing. He don't want to be in a situationship because he wants them to himself. He don't want to share them. He don't want them to be with somebody else who might treat them right. It's about selfishness and pleasing him. That's why this polyamory is nonsense. He just wants for himself and not what's in the best interest of these women. Because what's in the best interest of these women, if you stressing out, that's the other thing, Damon. If you stressing out Bonita like this, how is she able, right, to really care for your pumpkin, for Dior? when her emotions are up, down, and all over the place. And no matter what, she still got to be a mom. And you get to run from pillar to post and house to house and do whatever you want to do while she's in here trying to still be a mom and take care of her kid. Like, this ain't cool, and it ain't all right. It ain't all right. And then how you think that's going to impact how you're able to parent, with your daughter? Because now you can't come to my house. Now come get an Uber, get your mother over here. Like, now that's it. And you've ruined the relationship between me and your mother. You put your mother in there because now I don't trust your mother and I don't want to see her neither. So now just lots of tomfoolery going on, Damon, and you're not thinking about anything else other than your penis. And I would like for you to think about so many other things. Number one, being a good parent and staying out of jail. And number three is about not returning to jail, right? So how are you going to not return to jail? So you got to stay out, and how you not going to, and right, take care of these households that you are, creating, these children and whatnot. Like, I have so many questions. Anywho, that's been that. But what y'all think? I really do think that Damon is still. I think that Bonita and Gigi still gonna mess with Damon, knowing that he is no good. And I mean, if that's your thing, sis, do y'all, right? But just make sure that you don't put all your eggs in that basket. You have to do him and play with him, the way that he has shown you that he is deserving of being played with, and that is like he's a toy. So if you want to have the sex, I am imagining the sex is good. But child, let me tell you something else. I know plenty of women that go crazy and they say the sex is good, and then after they break up, and they be like, the sex wasn't that good. So who knows? I don't know. But I hope y'all leave Zaman alone, because he ain't gonna be nothing but much more heartache and trouble for y'all. That's that. But we'll see you next week. All right, I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.